I don't really know which model is this one. I think it's a Kia. It's pretty long. It's a car. And obviously I don't drive that often because I live like in Stockholm or like close to Stockholm. So you don't really need a car. But sometimes you really need it. So it's always nice to rent cars. And obviously if you're going to use it every day, it makes a lot of sense to buy a car. But if you're not using it every day because of X, Y, Z, then it doesn't make so much sense to buy it, in my opinion. But anyway, today's video is a bit improvised. I actually forgot the camera in the office. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a normal kind of video, like me sitting here and talking. And this is going to be a pretty long video. I mean, not so personal, to be honest. This is something that we all live and face at some point in life, always. Let's see that I don't fuck it up here. Yeah, it's this way. Because I'm actually on my way to Uppsala. I was thinking of moving to Uppsala or not, but in the end of the day, in my opinion, it's not really a good idea because of obviously different reasons. But at the end of the day, as a man, I think breakups are a little bit more difficult or are a little bit more harsh, I would say, and longer the period. I mean, it really depends on the person, obviously, but that's what I think. But I really believe as well that as more experience and as more women you date and you meet, as easier it is, in my opinion, to know what is actually a true queen. What is actually that girl that you want, that you see the girl and you see her having kids with you and having a family, you know. It is easier when you're meeting different women, you know, dating different women, because at the end of the day you will know which is actually a true queen and the one who's gonna be the mom of your kids, and you obviously are gonna be the dad of her kids. Like, that's definitely 50-50, and that's my opinion, nothing to discuss in this case, right? I mean, there's obviously there's people with relationships that are more like maybe 60-40 or 80-20, you know, like, but the woman has a more feminine role, dynamic, or whatever you want to call it, right? But in the end of the day, what is this guy doing? At the end of the day, it's important to communicate between two people. And if something is not working on, just say it out loud. Like, speak up. If there's something that is not working on, just say it. But I truly believe also that in order for things to work, you need to put the effort. Otherwise, you're just gonna be a slut or a player, right? Or a fuckboy. We're talking about guys, right? And I think that at some point in life, this is not I'm gonna put the air conditioning, but at some point it's important to be aware of this kind of stuff. And because at the end of the day, after you date so many people, but for that it's also important to be skeptical, right? I mean, you're not gonna put in your house, or you're not gonna move to a new city, you know. I mean, you can try, obviously, you can like do a test run, but at some point you need to realize that, I mean, you are how you are, I am how I am, and that needs to be accepted. I mean, you can do sacrifices, obviously. You can say, okay, I can do this, you do this, I do that, and like, you cook, I do the dishes, or the other way around, you know. But like, if something is not working out, you just talk about it. Not just like you just throw away and you throw something that you've been building, you know, to the window, like you throw it through the window. That's not how things work. That's not how you build a house. That's not how you build a healthy relationship. That's not how you build life in the end of the day. Like, if you're having problems with your boss or whatever is happening in your life, just talk about it. Just talk and communicate what is happening, because that's key, and that's gonna avoid a lot of problems down the line. And did I take the correct way? I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, I was correct. Holy shit. But yeah, in the end of the day, it's important to be skeptical, to give time to people to think, especially women. Like guys, I think we're like more black and white, and girls are more like they need to think stuff. So that's important, definitely, to let people think. If obviously that time or period is to actually think and decide stuff, not for just like fucking around with other people or, you know, hurting feelings and stuff like that. But it's important to realize about this kind of stuff, that in order to things to work, you need to put the effort. And if you take a decision about something, about whatever is happening, right? I mean, I don't know, if you're having a problem with your boss or your manager, just talk with that person, you know? I mean, managers and people that manage organizations, obviously there's always good and bad managers. But even if it's a bad manager, you know, talking, obviously if he's not a like motherfucker, by talking and communicating directly, you know, like direct communication, is gonna work out. You're gonna make the effort, the other person is gonna make the effort, and you need to, you know, bring good stuff. Because I also believe, and this is something that it's not the first time that I hear it or like that I think about, but I was like thinking in the war in Ukraine, you know, and the basic idea is that war creates more war and hate creates more hate, but love creates more love, and happiness and a smile transmits a bigger smile and a stronger smile. And in the end of the day, that's how you build trust, and that's how you build a good relationship with someone. Doesn't matter if it's your manager or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or wherever. This is really, really important for a successful relationship with someone. And obviously there's people like in these cases, like you cannot take 100% accountability. Whenever you, in my opinion, whenever you're having a relationship with someone, like with a friend or, you know, like that you clearly see that it's like, you know, like at the same level, right? Like girlfriend, boyfriend, king, queen, friend. In the end of the day, these kind of situations, it's not, you cannot take, in my opinion, you cannot take 100% accountability on something. Obviously, if you're the business owner of something, or you're the manager of a team, if something bad happens, obviously it's just your responsibility, so you need to take accountability on that. If it's more like, you know, as I said, king, queen, or friend, or girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, it's not your fault. It's not 100% your fault. Like, so many times you put the effort, I should go faster. You put the effort, you put the time, the money, and sometimes like you give and you don't have anything in return. There it happens this, but I also think that in general, you know, after some time giving, you always get something back. Maybe it's not from the same person, but maybe it's from someone related to that person, or maybe it's from the same company or the same friend or a friend of a friend, you know, stuff like that. So I believe 100% that it's not just you. 100% accountability when you are the one who's in the top, like the one who's in the top of the organization or the manager from the team or stuff like that. Then it's if something happens in the team, it's your fault. I mean, it's like if you're driving a car, you know, like right now, like if you crash, you're the driver, it's your fault. Like in most of the cases, it's gonna be 100% your fault. Obviously, as far as a car doesn't run into you, you know, because it's their fault. But if there's an accident, you're the one driving. You're the one who needs to lead, and the one who is the captain, the one who takes the decisions and leads the way, you know. And this is important to transmit, and that the other person understands that, and it's something that it's key as well. I mean, I like driving in Sweden, obviously, but at the same time, like, you cannot go so fast. I mean, in Spain, I think it's like 120, 130, 40. Sometimes you can even go at that speed. But here it's not like that. It's like it takes more time to get to places. You know, you cannot drive that fast. So like, it's not like in Germany as well. But definitely, I think about that you need to take time. You need to be skeptical, you know, and don't hate. Like, just give, and you'll have in return, for sure. Maybe it's not about that, maybe it's for something else, you know, just a friendship or something like that. But take your time for building a friendship, for building a relationship with someone, with your girlfriend, for example, with your boyfriend, with your manager. Take time for that, because if you go too fast, you might crash. If you go too fast on the highway and there's a car that is going slower, you need to brake, you know, otherwise you're gonna crash. And we have to avoid crashing in life. Like, that's something I already talked in a previous video, which I'm gonna link in the end of this one. Obviously, you need to be skeptical, because you cannot get married with a slut, or you cannot get married with someone that doesn't love you, or I mean, not get married, like just getting engaged or being with someone. Just obviously, in my opinion, there's stages. If you're with someone and taking your time to know that person, go slow, and don't love too fast, because it's gonna, if the love is not reciprocal, you know, if you're giving 90 and she's giving 20, you know, or even if she's giving 60, you know, like, you need to, as I said, like I already talked about that in a previous video, you know, you need to have a balance between like 50-50. Like, if the balance, it's like at the same stage, I mean, you cannot break the balance. Otherwise, most of the cases, you're gonna get hurt. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy or whatever you identify with, you're gonna get hurt. Believe me, you're gonna get hurt. So avoid creating a friendship so fast, or avoid getting married so fast. You know, take years. It takes years. Getting married, it takes, I don't know, at least 4, even 7, I would say, or 8 years to get married with someone for a successful marriage, which is something that I already talked on another video, how to have a successful marriage and realize who is going to be a good wife and a bad wife. And there's so many cases, obviously. Also, if the person is looking for a relationship or not looking for anything, because in most of the cases she's not looking for anything, and that's talking about own experience. If she's not looking for anything and you're looking for something, I mean, maybe it doesn't work, you know. I mean, maybe she changes, but if she's not looking for a relationship, I don't know, date someone for the long term and then maybe get married one day and getting kids. If she's not looking for that, bro, don't keep going. Don't keep going. Just look for someone that is really, really interested in you. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose time, and it's not gonna be. I mean, you're just gonna lose time. And that time, actually, you can use it for something that it's gonna fulfill yourself. You know, like creating a side hustle or a business or working another job, you know, or just going to the gym, doing sport, meeting friends, that's something that is gonna be better for you, you know, and you're not just gonna lose time with someone that is not interested. And that's something that it takes time to learn, but as the person grows and grows, you get better at it. I truly believe that you get better, and it is key for having a good life, actually, and enjoying life, and not thinking about getting killed yourself and stuff like that. Because there's some people, you know, that they have like mental problems, like obviously it's like that, those are diseases, that want to kill themselves just for stuff that maybe they find it significant, and maybe they tell you like it's, I don't know, it's your fault or something, you know, like, and then they think about being killed. Because especially in Sweden, it's a country with a really high, and this is something that I'm probably one of the proudest thing of not being Swedish or 100% Swedish or from a Nordic country, that I know for sure that before killing myself, which is something that I haven't been thought, like, what the fuck, why am I talking about this? No, but like, before doing something like that, you know, I just get the fuck out of here. Somewhere that is warm, and that maybe being there makes you feel better, and not think about, oh, the fucking darkness, or the coldness, not the darkness obviously, but before that, it's just get out of here, you know, like, doesn't make sense to obviously get trapped into something that maybe you don't like, and you're forcing to maybe to change that. And the easiest thing to change it is just leave sometime. So yeah, but that was pretty much it, the video. I thought about uploading this video on I have two channels actually. One which is like my personal channel, and this one. But since I can link it up somewhere, it's just my name. But this is like, it's not exactly the same, you know, like Firmly Talking is more about talks on how to improve as a person, and I mean more as a man, because obviously I'm a man, and how to improve as a man, like different areas of life on how to improve. That's the main goal of the channel. But I also have this other one which I'm talking about different stuff. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm just gonna pick up my stuff and move back to Stockholm, because I truly believe that's what I have to do, and I want, and I feel like doing that. It's a correct decision. I just keep living my life as how it was before, because I haven't changed what I've been doing for anyone. And I think that's something important. Do not change for a woman. No, I mean you can do some sacrifices obviously, but changing your complete way of being, like, no bro, don't do that, you're gonna be fucked up, to be honest. Don't do that. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, remember to subscribe to Firmly Talking, and also to my other channel, which is just my name, Borja, which is, I mean, I'm the one taking this channel obviously, but I also want to make other people appear on this on Firmly Talking. So if you think you want to appear, let me know in the comments. If you're close to Stockholm or wherever you think, let me know. But the other channel is more like, it's just my channel, you know, and I talk about maybe more personal stuff, and I talk about more like investments and businesses and stuff. But I like doing this kind of videos, so it's nice. It was a bit different, you know, but I feel I wanted to talk about this. So yeah, thank you so much, and as always, remember, because this is Firmly Talking, not my name, not the channel of with my name. It's Firmly Talking. So as always, bros, remember to stay always firmly.